Okay, this is a kind of a piece of junk bike that I built out of parts from an old bike share bike that was given to me. The company was out of business anyway, so I figured, why not? You know, it's not like I took a Lime bike, which they're still in business. It's an OFO. It was an old OFO. They're no longer in this area anyways. So, but I took, it's a 3-speed, you know, it's something I built as just as a crazy project. Don't feel like, you know, it's kind of crappy looking. Don't feel like riding it too much. So I figured I could take it apart and build something a little bit better out of it. I have a Huffy Cranbrook single speed, kind of a cruiser style frame, and gonna take all the parts off this and put them on that and repaint it and make it into something kind of cooler, a little bit cooler. One thing they've done for security to try and make it harder for people to take them apart is this nut, as you can see, it's not regular hex shaped. It's more, I wouldn't know what you'd call that, but it doesn't have any flat sides that really line up with each other, so you got to use a vice grip to get the wheel off. I never found other nuts to replace that, but I think when I build this project, I think we're going to replace those with nuts that are a little bit easier to work with. But you got to get a vice grip on them and loosen these with a vice grip, because they are not like standard. What I'm kind of thinking with this is make it look like it's old school, with make like an old school BMX, or old school 3-speed rather, which I've always had, you know, I thought always thought it was fun riding a 3-speed, because it's simple. You don't have to worry about, you know, your derailleurs and all that crap that you got to worry about with a multi-speed, you know. Alright, I basically have it mocked up right now. This is basically what it's going to look like. I put the 3-speed wheel on the back of this cruiser frame. I didn't use the front wheel off the other bike because, for two reasons. It's very heavy, because it has the dynamo generator in it, and the tire was slashed. Even though it is a solid tire, it still kind of affects how it rides and that. But so yeah, I need to come up with some cranks and finish mocking it up, and then in the next video I'll probably start sanding and painting the frame. Managed to straighten the basket and get that on there. Straightened it a little bit. It's, you know, it's kind of beat up and bent, but, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just something, you know, it's a bike that it's going to be something that, you know, it's kind of something that's going to ride good, but kind of piece of shit, crappy looking. Hopefully, you know, no stupid tweakers want to steal it, you know. Of course, you know how tweakers are. They'll steal any goddamn thing. I've seen some of the bikes that they ride look like crap, but when this is done, it will look, you know, better than that, better than the shit that they build. Place to hang it and start spraying it. Get some 409 and a rag and dust it all off. Start spraying the frame. Try and put the paint on pretty light to begin with. Oh, I missed the spot on the, missed the sticker. Damn. Who cares? I'll spray over the sticker. I don't give a shit. Started hand cutting this plate, aluminum plate that matches the lines of the triple bars on matches the bars of the top two, and it's going to kind of look like maybe it'll kind of fit in there and make it look like a gas tank. Just been kind of hand cutting it a little bit at a time. Start getting down to where your saw can't cut anymore. I just been taking vice grips and bending it off, just breaking it off a little bit at a time. This is a piece of an old aluminum street sign or something that I got somewhere. It's got got the reflective surface on the back. I'll have to take like a sander or something and try and strip all that off. This part is taking a lot longer than what I thought it was, because it's the sander is kind of turning the plastic coating into like glue, and it's clogging the sanding wheel. It's clogging the wheel, the edge of the wheel. This is all, you can just kind of just like peel this all off. It's all kind of like a glue, you know. It's kind of, I think the sander is such high friction it kind of melts the sticker on there. But if I sand it by hand, once I get that kind of that glue, once I get it kind of melted off, and it's going to become like a kind of like a rat rod 3-speed cruiser. But yeah, it's a lot of work just to make this plate, but I ain't got nothing else better to do right now. I'm waiting for the paint to dry on the frame, so I figure I might as well do this. I finished the aluminum plate. Decided not to polish it, just kind of rough it up and leave the sanding marks in it. It makes it look cool. It's painted. I zip tied it on there. I guess the next thing is to start assembling it. As you can see, it's done. It's kind of hard to see from, because there isn't much room in the garage to get this little, get back far enough with this little camera. But it's done. Looks, actually looks pretty good, I guess. That paint makes it look a lot better, but it's still, it's still got duct tape holding the cables down, and chipped up basket, 3-speed wheel with cement all over the back of it, because whoever had it before had the other bike that I got the wheel off before, just rode it through. But it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like a real expensive bike, but